Oi oi, WILDARMY, covert operation, going on a canal ride to the underworld.
As you can see, our tunnels are very narrow.
Take you on a journey.
It's quite heavy, so please always get your hands strapped down the side. That's why there's
Oi,
these
oi.
green lines here that run around the very top. Just keep your hands inside there, we should be all good.
On a canal boat, I'll show you in a minute.
For the most part as well, that'd be great.
Covert.
We have also got all the safety gear we need, so life rings, fire extinguishers, first aid, very good lights that we'll actually need.
I'll zoom in on what I can for you, generals.
Alright, so possibly there might be a few bumps and
Dudley
bumps
Canal,
down the tunnel, that's fine.
Oldworld Explore.
Long straight boat, narrow tunnels, and fans constantly once or twice. And of course, if you want to take photos and videos, things like that, you're more than welcome to.
It's not a covert op, I can do a video. Here we go, check this out, generals. Whoa, sorry about that. Oi, oi. Boots off the ground. Sorry guys if I'm talking, YouTube bed. Don't see that every day, generals. Here we go, the underworld.
Alright, so we go, just past the point of no return, as I always say. So, welcome to the tunnel. So, what? Start again. So this is actually the second longest navigable canal tunnel in the UK. It's 1.9 miles in total.
Awesome.
And it was built about 250 years ago now, back in 1775.
1775.
It does get a little bit tricky, as we're all about to find out.
Getting into them cabins, generals. Them Seven Sisters cabins I've just been in. We're getting under them. This is the canal I was on about. Didn't get rained on,
Yeah,
generals.
that is just about the worst bit there. Apparently that is the penguin pool that the zoo leaking. So,
Getting under the tube. Going underworld.
joking of course, a bit of rainwater in this case. If we get any rain around here, it finds its way down eventually. So that's what we got going on. That rainwater pushes out limestone from the rocks above us.
Here we
so
go.
all over the walls down here, you'll notice we've got, well, it looks slimy, it's not really.
I thought I'd treat you to this, generals.
It's called calcite anyway. Essentially that is a lime scale. So like what you get at home, and your taps and your kettle. That's obviously why your washing machine lives long with carbon as well. So, yeah.
Reminds me of Willy Wonka.
So you see that in quite a few spots throughout the tunnel. Now the tunnel was actually built then. The reason for building it was actually to get boats like ours down into these mines that we can see. The mines were owned by the Earl of Dudley, and he was mining for limestone in this case. But basically a boat like this can carry about 30 tonne of limestone at a time. But your horse and carts, back in 1775 of course, carried a couple of tonnes each. So a boat like this was sort of like the trop of its day.
Yeah.
Up ahead just here guys, that's the Eiffel Tower. Not lots of
1775 they did all this, generals.
Just happens that when you look up there, you tend to get an Eiffel or whatever's coming down. Oh,
Me absolute. I hope it's had to come off as well.
we'll pick it up a bit later on.
Yeah, and I'll grab it on the way back, general.
Right, a bit of daylight for you then. So this is Sherknell Basin.
Where me at went? Floating on there.
This is like the underwater
Guys,
section.
look at that.
So you've got the sort of canopies here with the various like fish and fossils hanging on. A couple of mines behind the canopies as well you can just about make out. Of course we'll see this on the way back as well, you didn't see it this time. We have the flooded mine on the left there, big cave, and then tip to mine on your right. I think the mines follow us, like a lot of the mines around here, are 80 to 100 feet below us right now. As you imagine, full of water and blocked up as well, so we can't actually get down there anymore. But as it happened, they took the pumps away many, many years ago, so they've just all been filling up with water over the years. So now we've got the dinosaur basin coming up. Called Castle Basin properly, but full of dinosaurs at the moment.
Came here when I was a kid, Generals, but I'm here with fresh eyes now. Check this old world beauty out. Lizard. Generals, so we've just been in them mines which were about, I think it was about 1.5 miles away from me, and this is where it leads to.
Unfortunately, it's not safe to do that. We want to get it reopened eventually. It's going to cost about £30 million to do it. It's going to take it up to about £2.35 at the moment. So, yeah, we just got to the spare change we found and focus every morning.
How deep does this world go, guys?
Okay, so we have the two tunnels just out there. Of course, we've gone down the left-hand tunnel. We'll be coming out the right-hand one a bit later on. That is the rest of the Duggan tunnel. Yeah, we'll see it a bit later anyway. This one is the 89 tunnel. Built back in 1989.
Oh, yeah, you can tell.
And actually, I reckon they should have called it the Waffle tunnel, really. You can see why.
I've used the shotcrete on it, Generals.
So, yeah, you need a lot of syrup and ice cream to make that taste nice, but they've used something called egg box lining, so big concrete sections, they all bolt together, forms a big tube that reinforces the tunnel. Then over the top of that, they've sprayed it with shotcrete.
Sprayed a lot of stuff with shotcrete.
The rest of the tunnel, we don't have the egg box lining, that's because the rock down here was a lot stronger. We've only got the shotcrete. And in this case, it sort of stopped any small piece of rock from breaking away and falling off. So we're probably 100 feet or so below the surface of the hill. We have got a cavern coming up just here. We're not actually going to stop at this one, we'll just pass through it. You'll see some red lights here. These red lights are illuminating some big steel bands. Now the bands, if you like, are big springs. They flex, they support the roof, just in case of any movement of the grounds. Now back in 2002, they pretty much paid for themselves because we had an earthquake here at Dudley. 4.9. Both cameras dealt with spiral-based Paris. So we of course had a mining inspection the next day. We found that the bands had worked perfect, so they did eventually give us the all clear to open again. Now we didn't sell many tickets of course the next few days, but we were given the all clear. So we get this little test, so
These dinosaurs in with everything.
Behind that screen, rather than the dinosaur head there, we had a cavern called the dark cavern, sorry. That was pretty big, that was simply a suicide to take 40 people. And of course, they divided that by day and the evening, so everything had up. And they host all sorts of different events down there. So essentially, we go down to the dark cavern.
They're chucking these dinosaurs in with stuff, don't they? I don't even think the guy who's giving the talk believes a lot of it. Seems that way. Hope you're enjoying this little explore, General. It's all good. A bit different. Boots on the water.
Okay, so we're heading on. We've got a rock tunnel now, so this one here is linking us on the sinking cavern at the far end. Of course, we're going to see sinking cavern very shortly. Like I say, it is part of the original mining network here. And of course, you have got a lot more of that campsite down here as well, which you're going to see on the wall. Some ribbons on the walls there, and then little stalactites to see.
use my own torch, I'm not sure. Man, this place is getting deep. I don't know how deep you're actually. Must be a fair way underground, you know. Below that Seven Sisters cabin. Getting dark. That place is huge. Another portal there, Generals.
Alright guys, we're heading on into sinking cabin, as you can see just there. So we'll be sort of moving the boat around for a second, we'll point out a couple of things for you. As you can see though, it's pretty big, it's been lined every 2 levels. So we've got an upper level there, and a lower level where we are right now. So we'll come back in a second, I'll point out the main entrance for you, and a couple of things. Oh, that was an Easter trip?
That's a normal one, isn't it?
That's a normal one, is it? Yeah. Alright guys, so we'll come back then. So just up there, you've got some big steel plates covering the main entrance. And of course when I turn the doors off, you can see some bits of daylight coming through. So obviously, you sort of correct the thing there, that is the surface.
Guys, we've just been on top of there. No one underneath it.
Out there. You want to see stick banks inside here. So actually dig a bit of a channel to get down to this point. So when they did, they then broke it from the side of the hill, and as you can see, they worked out the cavern. So they worked across that top of the originally using hand tools. We're talking picks and shovels. So actually, the top level doesn't go down too far. So a bit beyond that sort of metal frame there, the black sheet. So once they've run out of limestone on the top, they start to dig down to where we are now. And as they come down, they get these huge pillars behind to support the roof. And we've got 6 pillars in total. They're all still holding the roof today. Now, on the lower levels here, the cavern did originally continue all the way down to the front boat there behind us towards Studley. And it's all blocked off now, unfortunately. We've only got about 100 metres of this cavern. We went on underneath the zoo, the castle, and very importantly, this was round about where Dudley College's car park is today.
Man, this place goes deep.
Right, and then back down side there, as you right, is the microwave. So what we've got there is actually the entrance of 2 smaller tunnels. They go off left and right. They link us up to mine shaft, then drop down 80 to 100 feet below us. Mine down there are full of water these days as well, as I mentioned earlier on. There you go, that's Singing Chapel, so we'll make a bit of time.
Oh, let's look at the levels.
At the moment then, this is like the section of the trip we've come in, the special one doors,
Oh, guys. That's that
so we
doorway.
do these doors up here, different events at Easter, and
This is a new reception. You can tell this is a new reception. How did we mine all this? How did we cut all this out, Generals? In the 1700s. Comrades, it's crazy, isn't it? Bonkers. Disco lights here for you.
Right, so maybe now we're on now. So we've got the 1984 drum just here. So another one built by the truck. This case was built again out there back down to
This one was built in the 80s, 1980s. Telephone.
This is sort of how they build one of these tunnels. Parts of underground, Paris Metro, places like that. So you do this sort of construction, also very similar.
Hope you're enjoying this, Generals, because I think I'm going to miss my train. Try and get what I can in for you though, because it's quite dark. But if you just listen to the guy, he'll tell you the bits I don't know. I'm just showing you.
That's the first new extension. We built onto the CANAL network about 125 years.
This is Dudley Canal, underneath the Seven Sisters. Underneath everything. A little old world adventure. What?
So anyone who's got a your badge can of course come in free. Just don't mention that to this part of the trip. Have a look up there. So we've got the 12 inch there. So you definitely do not drink this water. So yeah, nice big day like you can see where the name's reserved is for
This is underneath it, guys. We're underneath the Seven Sisters right here. Told you I'd get there. Told you I'd get under it. I've had people. Holy mammoth.
Okay, the quarter by the way, because ahead of us, that's the rest of the tunnel. So we're not going down there today. That takes you all the way to the other side of the hill. Let's head into the place called Parkhead. From Parkhead you can join the rest of the canal network and that'll take you down towards Briley Hill, Stourbridge and eventually the Riverside. What we've got here though is Kerr's Cabin. So it's under at the moment as the Ice Age, you can see, so we've got the woolly mammoth just there and the saber tooth. What you normally be seeing in here will be the basic mining process really. So you start off with the guy at the front of the mine there, shoveling away. We pull them after, keep loading the boats, you know, about 3 or 4 boats a load a day. And each boat will take about
Check out the slide bins on back
the limestone. So he'd doing a hard job there. He'd be getting the limestone from 2 miners down the back though, and it was their job to blast it away from the wall. So in this case they're pouring a blasting hole using an iron bar, a coring bar, and a sledgehammer. So you're up the bottom of the wall there, give it a couple of turns between each ends, and you just keep going, pouring that hole, so that's about half a metre deep. At which point you pack it full of gunpowder. Cheaper is gunpowder you can get your hands on as well, because of course these miners buy all their own tools and equipment. Homemade fuses to go on top of that, and they seal up the blasting hole with a bit of clay. They call the foreman, he'd come and inspect the work, and if the foreman was happy, he sent all these miners out to mine, but someone did have to stay behind to light the fuse, and unfortunately that was a job for the children working down here.
Oh.
So behind the saber tooth there,
I know always children down them.
to be about an 8 or 9 year old boy left all alone inside the mine. He lights the fuse, he hides behind the minecart, and he waits. These fuses were really poor quality. Bits of old ropes in lamp oil, so they're going out all the time really, and Billy would be running back and forth, relighting the fuses, trying to get back to cover, and we just keep going like that until eventually we have a big explosion, and all that limestone would come down off the wall. Now, of course, hopefully Billy would have survived that. But of course, the foreman would then send the miners back into the mine, and they can start work again. So after we start loading up the boats, those down the back there, we start working and moving one of those blasting holes. And that's how that process went on for about 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and the miners working down here, so we can get days
Sorry about that, General. The focus was playing up. Getting deeper, this place is huge. Look at this. Christ. God, what was that? Bored old tunnel.
There you go, now we'll look just ahead of apparently that's the red carpet is pulling for the green next from.
Holding that up. Archway. Another tunnel. One made out for Oldworld brick.
So we have got lots of bottles off the wall just here as well. All these bottles and meshes and bottles went by our volunteers last year, and that's because it was actually the 60th anniversary of the trust. On your left hand side just here we've got an old working boat. So that's just it, you can idea the boats that work down here with the flight. That's of course an iron boat, that one. But the original working boat was made out of wood. So your main difference there is well, it's wooden. Now this boat here, under wooden boats, of course did not have any engines on them. That's because down here you can have they're all pulled along by horse. But down here in the tunnel we don't have any tow paths, so of course there's horses coming down here. So to move the boats out to find other methods, and one they can actually end up using is something called lagging. That's when you have two people, they lie across the boat, put their feet on the wall, and push the boat down the tunnel. And of course, if you have a legging board down here in the middle,
How did they do all this with horse?
Not compulsory, so you don't have to do it.
Horse and cart and wooden boats.
Yeah. You're more than welcome to. So there you go. Just yeah, take a seat either end, doesn't matter. Basically, sit facing the wall, put your feet up here, keep your feet nice and high, because you don't want to get them down the side of the boats. Of course, we're going that way towards daylight, so you're just going to push against the wall to move the boats. If I push from the other side here, try and keep it to the centre. There you go. So yeah, you're doing pretty good actually.
We'll make it there eventually, guys.
I reckon you can lag this faster than the actual motor takes it. So
Yeah. Selector.
this boat does weigh about 15 tonne as well, so it's not super light or anything like that. So yeah, you've done a pretty good job of that. Nice one. Thank you. Yeah, so it's all down here, doing on the way to 2 miles long. You actually do that like in almost the
Trying to have what I've done in for you.
There's lots of boats wanting to come through here, almost every day, of course. It's actually turned out to be a pretty good shortcut for a company. So yeah, you can think like it's a full-time job, probably better than the mining kind of thing. Yeah, it takes about 3 hours to like a boat down here. Of course, the ladies who could be working with dark as well, candles cost money. They wouldn't want to spend their own money on a candle, they could just...
Sorry guys, I'm not talking much, I'm letting the guy do the talking. You'd be a bit rude of me to keep talking while there's other people on the tour, you know.
And it's quite good as well, other ladies
Just taking me through it. You see what I'm seeing?
And you have 2 logos, you typically share them on you as well, so you've got 6 boats each. So most ladies try making as many boats in the tour in a day as they possibly could.
These are the bets, I love these bets. I'll be back out into that. Opening.
there's blackout daylights. Sun's coming out now.
Glad the sun's coming out because I've got rush for my train now. St. Jambles. Landing that. Who built these guys in the 1700s? That's a little awesome car. What equipment did they have? I mean, the population is so small, you got famine, disease. But we still managed to tunnel away through miles and miles of cabins, building brick canal systems. Limited tools, limited resources. We didn't have limited brick, did we? It's everywhere. I still haven't found the hat.
Alright, so you see the two mines there again, left and right, or the mine to your left, tip to mine to your right.
Tipton mine. So that's Tipton mine there. Blocked off by the looks of it. The other mine there, which is more of a cabin really. Wouldn't mind going on that. I'll try it for you though, Jamrels. So I took you to Ransness, Seven Sisters. We had a weekend there and around there. Lovely. A huge portal up there. And now I took you underneath it, because he said where the canal was. I brought you to it.
They built the bricks here, they placed them within, they built around it, put some water so they could stand on top, then they could reach up to the next section by standing on top. The very top ones here probably held the form to the roof of the tunnel. When they got to the end of the construction, they found there was water test, you can have these gaps left behind. So at the end they're all left open, and we call highway, rainwater, groundwater, straight away. Canal.
Still try and find me out. Water's getting me now, Jamrels. Dripping down. Oh man, I'm getting dripped on. Sorry about that, Jamrels. I've got water dripping off the ceiling. What was that? Archway. Another archway there, I saw that. We're coming to the end now, guys. Bit of a different one. Bit of a different one for us. Sorry I couldn't talk too much on there, but I didn't want to ruin everyone's tour. Here we are. So if you want to come and visit this canal, I recommend you do, Jamrels, because it's bigger than what I've just shown you. That was just a small piece.
So, thank you guys for coming today. It's been a great trip around. Just stay seated for a sec to get the boat tied up. I'll give you a shout when it's time to get off.
gone floating somewhere. It hasn't gone funny. So anyway, Jamnals, I hope you enjoyed that little explore, bit of a different one. This is the Wild Army UK. I'm an old world explorer, looking for hidden history, buried secrets. And I've just been to the Seven Sisters and Wren's Nest at Dudley. And now I've just took you underneath it. But this is part 2, I'm glad I could get that in. Right, Jamnals, I'm out to you. Take care. Till the next vid. God bless you all. Wild Man Guide for the Wild Army UK. Like, share, subscribe. God bless you all. Have a good weekend. Have a good week, guys. Oi, oi.